In My Spotlight, where talented musicians and singers take centre stage on the Judith Looks at Love and Romance Show.
I promised you a fabulous guest, and here she is. Great singer, great performer, Nia John.
Hello, Nia. Great to be talking to you again.
Hi, Judith.
So, you've got another new release to tell us about, but before we go on to that, let's just hear a little bit more about yourself for people who haven't heard you before.
Hi, my name's Nia John. I'm the singer-manager of Wolfdog rock covers band in South Wales. I'm also a solo artist releasing originals and cover music. I've been doing this since I was 7 years old. I had an older brother who was a drummer in bands, so I was exposed to a lot of rock and metal music then, if you like, which influenced my taste in music. And I've sort of had various achievements throughout the years, if you don't mind me talking about them, Judith.
Of course not. Want
you to? Full sort of history about me. So I had singing lessons, I've had piano lessons, done sort of theatre work, etc., to get the sort of theory and the grounding behind the music. But I've found as I've got older, I've gone back to sort of my first love, if you like, which is rock music. I've been lucky to perform with the BBC Welsh Orchestra, recorded at Abbey Road Studios, performed at BBC Proms in London when I was a member of rock choir, so they were fabulous experiences.
Yeah.
My long-term producer, Steele, I've worked with since 2012 and released 6 albums, cover songs, and in more recent years we've done 8 original songs together. During lockdown, which was really difficult time for live music, because as a band we had to sort of down tools, etc. I recorded another album and I released Total Eclipse, which is a cover of Bonnie Tyler's song written by Jim Steinman, who worked in Meatloaf, as you know. And it went worldwide on worldwide radio, which I was really grateful for. It was over 1 million listeners worldwide. I kind of lost track of it then. I still get message today, people playing in different parts of the world, so it's fantastic how far it reached and how many listeners I had. Off the back of that, I was interviewed on radio several times and talent scouted for my old World Live stream in 2021. Yeah, which was great because I could reach people across the world then through my live stream. Subsequently, I released Holding Out for a Hero because I recorded it around the same time, and I was contacted by Twitter by Daniel Spadoni, who was an Italian games producer, and he asked to use my version of that song as soundtrack for his Rainbow Island, his retro game he was releasing. So that was another bit of good news.
Marvellous.
Yeah, and I kind of followed up the cover success with original songs with Steele. We've done, the latest one was Opposites Detract. We've done Rise the Challenge, which has got sort of a boxing exercise theme. My favourite has to be Believe in Yourself, because of everything in there really is trying to be inspiring and motivating for people to believe in themselves. So that's my favourite one, and I'm writing another one presently. More recently then is fantastic with the band Wolfdog. We are sort of up and running out there, gigging across South Wales, myself, Steve, Dave and Josh. And we play rock and popular music covers. So that's great. We gig most weekends. We've got a fantastic gig coming up in the Piccadilly in Caerphilly, our local pub, because I live near Caerphilly Castle, which is fantastic views. which is Halloween. So we're hosting a Halloween night there where everyone can dress up. So that'll be great fun, something to look forward to.
Yeah. It will be, yeah.
Yeah. My more recent release then, which again Steele produced, was a cover of Bonnie Tyler's Faster Than the Speed of Night. So it's the third cover I'm kind of putting out there to release, not the third cover I've sung by her, because I've sung other songs by her, but this has just sort of hit the streets this last 2 weeks. It's on major music platforms like Spotify, iTunes, and the video, as you know, Judith, I make my own videos, so there's a video on YouTube you can watch as well, which actually Caerphilly Castle is in the background to that as well.
Yeah, your videos are great, actually, Nia. I would advise anybody to go onto Nia's YouTube channel. They're very entertaining. Yeah, she's a very good performer to watch as well as to listen to.
Oh, thank you. It's all done on a phone app, believe it or not, which I kind of, because it's my trademark now to do a DIY video, I've kind of kept it the same. I haven't sort of changed it massively. I haven't used AI or anything. But with hindsight, looking back, it has probably saved me thousands and thousands of pounds the price of a professional video, and I put out over 1,000 videos probably. But yeah, so I enjoy it as well, and that's the nice side with music. You kind of do other things. You can be creative, and you design your own posters, for example. And we have merchandise, as you know.
Yes, indeed.
You bought a mug, haven't you?
I did indeed. Yes, they're great, your merchandise, and you give the proceeds of that to your charity, don't you?
Yeah, because we love live music, we thought it'd be great to give something back. So we sponsor a wolf called Zebb at the Wales Zebra Monkey Sanctuary. So any merchandise money which comes from that goes straight to the wolf and the animals at the sanctuary. Yeah. So Zebb is in a pen with a sister as well. So there's another wolf with him, and there's monkeys, gorillas there. There's loads of different animals at Wales Zebra Monkey Sanctuary who've been rescued. So it's a fantastic place to go, and it's lovely to see them sort of safe and cared for. Yeah. So yeah, we feel, that we can do something, so that's what we're doing. All the money from our merchandise sales goes straight to the charity.
Yeah, I think that's terrific. And they are good mugs, folks, so get on and have a look at the merchandise.
Dishwasher thing.
Absolutely, yeah, I use mine all the time. Yes. Yeah. So, well, that brings us to this latest release. Now, you did send it to me just before it came out, and I did put it on my show because I always like your stuff, as you know. So,
thank you.
So when did you first become a Bonnie Tyler fan and and do your act?
Bonnie Tyler, I guess, is growing up in that sort of era of the 80s. I kind of caught all that sort of great pop and rock music era, and I think because she's Welsh, and we have Tom Jones in Wales, don't we? And we've got the Stereophonics, the Manics, etc. But it's nice to have a lady role model, and this was before sort of Cerys Matthews of Catatonia, before then. So I think it's sort of like a Welsh female rock role model. So we're always proud of what she's achieved across the world. So so I was aware of her songs and sang along to them. I think it was when I was about 28 that I auditioned for Wales Music, which is an organisation for young people to give them opportunities to sing across different venues in South Wales. And it was like a variety act, so myself and the other performers would do a small set. So I'd done Meatloaf and Bonnie Tyler set, and at the time, I think prior to that, the Heaven and Hell album was out, which Jim Steinman produced. Meatloaf and Bonnie Tyler. So that's I kind of took the idea from then. That's when I first started sort of performing Bonnie Tyler hits then.
And you've actually met her now, haven't you?
Yes, which was great. Yeah, I met her last year. It was just over a year ago now. She was at Waterstones in Cardiff at a book signing, Straight from the Heart, a new autobiography which was released. And I'm so glad I went because you never know how stars or people who are famous are going to sort of perceive fans then, or how they're going to come across. And she was absolutely fantastic. She was so down to earth, very aware of her Welsh roots and very family orientated. She was saying she lives in Portugal but comes over quite frequently to see her friends and family. She got a very wicked sense of humour as well. She was really funny, the things she was saying. So very warm person, down to earth. So I'm so pleased I met her and had a photograph and had my book autographed by her. And I did have the opportunity to thank her for Total Eclipse, because obviously it's not my song. I covered the song, and I think my sort of rock husky tones reminded people a bit of her and the song. What they were doing at that time brought memories back for them, you know.
Yeah.
So I did thank her for that, because I wouldn't have had the sort of world success that I did if it wasn't for that song, which was Steinman is like a god to me.
Yeah.
Amazing composer. The songs he has composed on piano and rock songs on piano. So yeah.
Well, I think your voice is, as I said it in the show last time, uncannily like Bonnie's. I think you've got a fantastic voice, a strong voice, and just exactly the right tone in it. So as the listeners are going to hear, if they didn't hear it when I played it a couple of weeks or so ago. So what you got lined up then, Nia? Are you making any more recordings in the very near future?
So I'm working on an original song at the moment, which is going to be a ballad, and then my next one will be a faster one. So I've kind of got a skeleton draft of lyrics and sort of like the chord structure.
Yeah.
So I need to keep working on that to kind of bring it up to a prototype type of song, and then I go up and meet with my producer Alan. He's a musician, so multi-instrument musician. He can play everything. So we kind of sit down and go through the song then together to come up with a final version. So there's a lot of sort of hours work behind songs.
Yeah.
But I really enjoy it, so I'm looking forward to this next one.
I'm looking forward to hearing it too. I'm sure you're going to send it to me. And in the meantime, would you like to tell people where they can see you and hear you and find you on Facebook?
Yeah, so Wolfstorm Music Band is on Facebook, and myself, Nia John. We've got an Instagram as well, Wolfstorm Rock Band. I'm on Twitter, Nia John. We're also on TikTok, and our website is a good place to go, which is www.wolfstorm.net, or you can Google Wolfstorm and it should come up. On the website there's some information about the band, and it will detail the events where we are gigging across South Wales. It's also like a chat box if you want to get in touch as well.
Lovely. Okay. Well, I think I'm sure you're going to be coming back on the show before too long. But for now, I'm going to play your latest one, which is the cover of Bonnie's. Tell us about it one more time. Faster than the speed of night?
Faster than the speed of night.
Okay.
Bonnie Tyler, her cover, yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for chatting with me today, Nia, and all the best with the new track and what you're doing in the future. So I'll say goodbye for now.
Thank you. Bye, Judith.
I always enjoy having Nia on the show, and I always enjoy her tracks too. Here is her latest one, Faster Than the Speed of Night.